Hello, this is class number 2 for our first communicants on the Eucharist and the Bible. And the next story I want parents to go over with their kids is the story of Cain and Abel. So Cain, he's a farmer, and when Cain worships, what he offers to sacrifice to God is bread. Abel is a shepherd, and what he offers to sacrifice to God is a sheep. And so right from here, the beginning in the Bible is, once again, worship is through a meal. And each offers something. So worshiping God is through a meal or a sacrifice. But ultimately, that worship will be the Eucharist, Christ commands. But from the beginning of the Bible, God is always worshiped through a meal. And notice how they offer something. In worship, each person must offer some gift to God. Granted, it's food, but it's a gift. And the gifts differ. For Cain, it was bread. For Abel, it was a sheep. Nothing wrong with the gifts, but you have to offer a gift. In fact, I love this line in the book of Leviticus. How dare anybody show up to the presence of God without a gift to offer? So that's the rule in the Bible, right in the book of Genesis. But then there's this problem that Cain's offering is not accepted. Why? Why does God accept Abel's offering but refuses Cain's offering? And the reason why is that what Abel offered is the very, very best. Cain does make a gift to God, but if you notice in the language, he doesn't offer God the best, just something. So it's wrong to say, well, I worship God as long as I get something out of it. Actually, you worship God because you want God, not because you want something, or give God the second best, or something that just pleases you. That's Cain worship. Because I have to tell you, a lot of people say, I worship God by enjoying creation, so I go out and golf on Sunday. That's not worship, that's entertainment. God never asked you to golf on Sunday. Not that there's anything wrong with golfing, it's a good thing. But the guy that said that to me also never offers God any gifts. He never shares a meal with God, never shares a meal with other people, never offers hospitality. The only one he cares for is himself. That's Cain worship. So that's why God says he does not accept it. And Cain gets angry with this. And God asks Cain, why are you angry about this? God is not angry with Cain, but doesn't accept Cain's type of worship. It's Cain who is angry and just offers something that only benefits him. So God urges Cain to do better. God warns Cain to learn how to control his anger and selfishness. But Cain, instead of learning how to control it, he doubles down on it. God says to him, sin is crouching at your door, but you can master it, but it will try and master you. And so I like that about the Eucharist, that the Eucharist, when we go to Eucharist and make an offering to God, we don't have to be perfect, but we do have to be sincere. If we worship God so that we can become better, not get something out of it. And then Cain has this line where he says, am I my brother's keeper? Literally in the Hebrew, it's, am I my brother's shepherd? And it's a question that will be answered throughout the rest of the Bible. Yes, you are. Cain thinks that you can worship God, but not take care of other people. And unfortunately, many people today think that they can worship God, but you don't really have to care for other people. Once again, that's Cain worship. So kind of explain this story to your kids and tell them that if they eat the Eucharist, they're promising to see other people as their brothers and sisters. They promise to take care of them like a shepherd. In fact, this is an important word in Hebrew that keeps coming up, is the word sa'ak. I just love it. And sa'ak means the cry, that if you share in a meal with God, you must hear the cry of others. Cain can't. So, how this relates to the Eucharist is, once again, worship in the Bible is a meal, but it's a meal where you have to offer God a gift. And offering a God a gift will bless you, but you have to offer a worship that is meant about pleasing you. It's about making you a better person. So if you go to the Eucharist, you go with this desire to become a better person, not like Cain, who wants worship to somehow please him. If you go to communion, it's just the great desire to become a better person. So that's class 2, and I'll see you next week.